It is already week 11 in the NFL, and I've got a good one for this Sunday, November the 21st. Use the promo code SHOT, SHOT, saves you 20% off the entire PicksandParlays.net site. The Packers are taking on the Vikings. I'm Allie Burns from Picks and Parlays, and I've got expert handicapper Nick Parsons from the Insiders Room here with us today to give us a play. What's happening, Nick?
Yeah, not much. Definitely looking forward to getting into this in very interesting matchup with you.
Indeed. I know that the Packers have the best against the spread record in the league. I get that, but those Vikings have been sneaky. So we're finding the Packers -2.5 on the road. Looks a little short, looks a little sneaky to me. The total on this one's 49. What do you got for me, Parsons?
Yeah, as you mentioned, Green Bay is in the driver's seat right now in the NFC, not just against the spread for bettors, but just straight up as well. It's 8-2. The NFC North in particular is just a complete disaster. Detroit is 0-8. Chicago is 3-6. The Vikings are in second at 4-5. Now, Minnesota, it clearly cannot lose here and expect to be in the playoffs. It's not going to be mathematically eliminated if it does, but I mean, losing to the divisional number one, it's going to be in a huge hole. I mean, it would be next to impossible. It would have to get some outside help. So because of that, I just can't see how Minnesota won't be pushing the pace of this one from the outset. I think it's going to try to keep its season alive here. So yeah, I'm expecting the home side to really push the pace here. I mean, the Vikes, they could have easily thrown in the towel last week at the Chargers, but they kept their season alive. They won 27-20 on the road there. And so I don't think there's any reason not to think they can't keep that momentum rolling here against the Packers in this crucial game. Now, the Packers, they're off a 17-0 home win over Seattle. They had to score 14 points in the fourth quarter. Now, the Seahawks obviously have major problems on both ends of the field. The Vikes, though, I mean, they're arguably playing their best football of the season right now. So divisional teams, they always see each other twice, and this is the first meeting between them this season. The last time they faced off each other was back on November 1st of last year. Minnesota won that game 28-22. The total went over the number of 47. So, yeah, more than anything, I think from a situational standpoint, I think it sets up as a higher scoring affair. But this is also a big-time quarterback battle. Now, clearly, Aaron Rodgers comes to mind first when you think about these two starting quarterbacks. But it's actually Kirk Cousins who has the better overall numbers for the Vikings to this point. Rodgers has 2,186 passing yards, 17 touchdowns, and 4 interceptions, which is obviously really good. But Cousins has 2,434 passing yards, 18 touchdowns, and only 2 interceptions. Each team has an above-average defense, but I expect it's going to be these two polarizing pivots that grab all the headlines. And so, yeah, that's my strongest call here. I'm expecting a shootout, Allie. My strongest call on this one is the over.
Yeah, I'm with you here. I even like the Vikings just a little bit plus the 2.5 points. Because if you look back, week 8 on that Sunday night football game against the Cowboys, a lot of people had the Vikings with that upset. It did not happen, but it was a close game. Then week 9, they roll in, they go into overtime with, I believe, the Ravens. Last week, they outright beat the Chargers. This team is fired up and looking to play some football. So I don't necessarily hate the upset at home, but I think if they want any chance at contending with the Packers, they gotta make touchdowns. They gotta score points. So I'm digging your over big time. We're gonna roll with it over 49. Nick, what does the Insiders Room have going on over at picksandparlays.net for the rest of the weekend?
Well, we're going to have both college and NFL cards going on, but we've gotten out to a great start on both the NBA and college hardwood. We're 9-2 to start the college basketball season, and you can check out all of our records over at picksandparlays.net under the Insiders Room.
Beautiful. Until you see Nick in the Insiders Room, let's roll with it over 49.